everybody, it's Marci from Scrapbooking Store. I'm trying with this Facebook Live and I hope it doesn't get interrupted. If it does, I'll try it a couple of more times. It is just 8 o'clock, so I'll wait a minute, and I see that maybe it's working so far, but I'll wait a minute because it's just 8 o'clock, so let me bring you up on my regular computer too so that I can see who is here and say hello to everybody. Well, so far so good. Cross our fingers. Let me turn the volume up. Hi, everybody. Okay, so far so good. Happy New Year. I had no problem with this all day, and all of a sudden tonight it was just crashing. Hi, everybody. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Hope you're all safe. Hope you're all well. Hope you're all paper crafting. Happy New Year. Tell me where you're from while we're waiting for a few minutes for everybody to sign on. Where are you from? I am talking to you from New Jersey, USA, New Jersey. Where are you from? Let me turn the volume down on my computer because I hear myself in the background. Tell me where you're from while we're waiting for a few minutes. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Dawn and Valerie and Sherry. Oh, thank you, Valerie. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Okay, I'm here. We're not crashing so far. Is there any wood around that I can knock on? Because I crashed all evening. It just kept crashing. Well, welcome, everybody. Long Island, New York, Wisconsin, Washington, New York. Keep going. Tell me where you're from. It's so cool that we can connect this way with people all over the country. We had 50 degrees today, and we're expecting single-digit temperatures tomorrow with a couple inches of snow when we wake up. So that's really strange, but winter's winter, and what's going to be is going to be. Florida, I'm going there in a couple weeks. Wisconsin. Oh, I love this. Long Island, New York. Hi, everybody. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will show you. Did you print out the sketch? This is the sketch that was created from the layout that I did with the January collection from Scrapbooking Store. So did you print that out? If not, we can post it later. This sketch was created from the layout that I submitted to Scrapbooking Store. I'm on their design team. When I received the collection, it's a winter collection, snowmen, you know, all about snow, all about cold. And I did a layout, submitted it, and Joe Selner created the sketch from my layout for you. Now, I am going to show you the layout I sent because I have not posted it on the club site. And this is the layout. These are random photos of my husband and I from years ago. This was hanging on my wall, going up my steps. I have layouts. I did not like this one. I had done it years and years ago, and I never redo pages. I don't know, do any of you redo pages? I don't. So I used to look at this and I used to say, I hated it. And well, it fell off the wall, it broke, and it was voila, I had to redo the layout. So I like the challenge of using a kit that is, you know, this was meant for a winter, but you know, you can turn it into anything you want. And I think I did that with this layout. You don't see winter on there, you see a snowman here, but it's really the saying that says, you know, you melt my heart, which of course after almost 23 years, my husband melts my heart still. So that's what I did with this collection. All the other things that I did do relate to winter, and what I'm doing tonight relates to winter. Now, Joe created the sketch from my layout, and I'm sure some of you who signed up for this class probably printed this. I know somebody even did it already. Do all of you use sketches at all? I mean, I use them from time to time. I've been scrapbooking since the late 90s. And, you know, I'll use a sketch to get started. Most of the time when I finish using a sketch, it doesn't really look like the sketch. I myself use sketches just as inspiration. You can use them literally and do them exactly. And you can make them your own in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to stick to using the collection that I received from Scrapbooking Store. But you can certainly add tons of texture. You can use mixed media if you're that type of person. You can use tons of embellishments and layering and still use a sketch. You make it your own. So let me show you this layout that I did one more time because I am going to alter it tonight and make it different. So this is the layout from the sketch. Everybody see it? The sketch again was created from my page, and I am going to do a layout with you tonight, and I am going to take this sketch and I'm going to turn it sideways. I think I did it. I think I'm going to do it. Let me see. How did I? Oh, like this. Now it might be backwards here when I'm showing it to you, but I'm going to do it sideways. And again, I'm not going to use a heart this time. I mean, they made the sketch from my page. You're certainly welcome to use a heart. You're certainly welcome to use it exactly as so. But I am challenged by making it my own. I'm challenged by making changes to it. Okay, let me see what some of the comments say in case I need to answer some questions. Valerie says she hates changing some things that she's completed, but recently did change some. And so I'm reading some of your comments here. Oklahoma. Welcome, everybody. Texas. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for watching. Okay. I will answer any questions that you have a little bit while I'm going along because I can't do two things at one time. Not that great at doing that. Looking at the screen, reading the questions, and trying to keep my train of thought because I'm old. But anyway, we are working with a sketch again. I will put this sketch up on the Scrapbooking Club site. I will put my layout again for those just tuning in. That's my layout that they created the sketch from. Okay, I'm going to alter it tonight. I don't have 4 pictures tonight. I have 3 pictures. So I'm going to show you an interesting thing that I'm going to do instead of a 4th picture. So the whole idea is you see what I did with a sketch. And you're going to see what I do differently now with the sketch tonight. And then I'll post all of them on the Scrapbooking Store Club site if you want to go look at them again after, or you could watch this video again. So welcome everybody. Hi Shannon, Cheryl, Penny, Doreen. Hi Doreen. Doreen is my friend. How did you get on here, Doreen? Okay, so here we go. I'm going to take my face off the screen and I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to talk while I'm working on the layout. Does anybody have any questions first? Okay, I did get things ready ahead of time because I don't like to waste your time cutting. So I did cut everything ahead of time and I will talk about it as we go along. So give me 10 seconds to turn this camera and let's hope my iPad doesn't fall out. Thanks everybody for coming. And here we go. Okay, don't get too dizzy while I'm turning it. Okay, let's make sure that you're going to be able to see me work. Hi from California, Victoria. Is it warm there? Okay, let's make sure my page is on the screen. All right, I'm using the December collection from Scrapbooking Store, which was this. I even used a strip off this piece that just comes on the top of the layout on one of my other layouts. If you look at the club site, you'll see I made plenty of winter pages already, winter projects, and this one will be a winter project also. I'm using this snowflake 12 by 12 paper. Okay, Now, everybody saw the sketch. I'm turning it sideways. And I like everything to be even though it might not be as even as it will be with me doing it on the screen here. Let me make sure you can see the papers. The whole page in front of the screen. It looks like it is on my iPad. Okay. I have 3 pictures. A little chilly in California. I have 3 pictures, and you saw the sketch. I'll refresh you again with the sketch right here. My pictures are 4 by 5 instead of 4 by 6. There's no rule on the size. You can do them smaller. You can do them larger. You can do 4 by 6. And I told you I just have 3 pictures. So for the 4th picture, I am just using a piece of the pattern paper. Okay, so you can see what I'm doing there to take the spot of the 4th picture. Now I'm not going to put them down yet because I want to do my sides so that I can make the pictures even in between, because this is going to be a basic symmetrical layout. This is a simple scrapbook page. This isn't anything that anyone can't do. And then if you want to make it busier, more complicated, more layered, if you've been scrapbooking a long time, if this isn't your style, you can make it your style. There are no rules in scrapbooking. Everything is right. What you do is right, and what I do is right. It's just that you're my captive audience right now, so you'll watch my way and then do it your way. Okay, so I am going to put a border on the right-hand side. I took a piece of all of this is from the December collection. Okay, and I just took another piece that I'm going to put on top of it and leave a little red border. So this is my favorite to use for adhesive. So I cut them ahead of time because I didn't want to waste your time cutting. And you can all do that, or ask me questions if you have questions. And I'm going to adhere that to the red piece. And then I'm going to adhere that to the background paper. I laid my pictures here just to give me an idea where they're going to go, but I am going to put this down here. Okay. I then cut a little strip for the other side. The adhesive tool I'm using is the Scotch Advanced Tape Glider. You can find this on the internet for about $20. And it holds 30-yard rolls, but it also holds 60-yard rolls. And I love this. There's a learning curve, and what you get used to, you tend to love. And I've been using this for many, many years, and I love it. In fact, this is a new one because I even broke one. Okay, on the other side, I'm going to put a little bit of a border. And what I did is I have a lot of punches in my stash, so I took a little skinny piece, and if you can see, I used a border punch on it just to give it a little element of design. And I'm going to put that on the other side. And because this is so little and skinny, I am going to just use some liquid glue. And I actually like this one. Art Glitter Glue. It dries real fast. It dries clear. So I like this one. And it has a nice pin that doesn't rust in the end of it. So I am going to, since this is a skinny piece, I am just going to use liquid glue on that. Believe me, if I could use that advanced tape glider, it's called an ATG gun for short. If I could, I would. I use that for everything. Okay, I'm going to adhere that to the other side. And again, I punched that with a border punch. Okay, now I know where, and now that's not totally straight, so, I'm anal, so I have to make sure that that's as straight as I can while I have you as an audience here. Okay, now my pictures I'm going to be able to evenly put them in the middle. And if my friend Doreen is still watching, she'll be laughing because she knows how anal I am. Okay, I used everything from the collection, but anyone who knows me, I love twine, and I use it on almost all my pages. So I snuck a little piece of twine that's not in the collection, And I am going to put that alongside this skinny border here just to add a little bit of visual interest and dimension. And when I use twine, I always use Aqua Tombow glue, and I've been doing that for a lot of years. And I'm just going to run a line of that clear glue down here. And then I'm going to put that piece of twine here. You kind of have to hold it for a minute. You know, this again has a learning curve to it also, but I've been using twine for a long time. I just love it. I don't know, everybody has things that they love to use, and I just love to use twine. So then I'm going to just let it sit, and then I'll make sure it's straight in a minute or so. While I'm leaving that to get straight, which you see it already moved, and I'm going to add a little extra glue to it here. Okay. While I'm letting that dry, I am going to put some regular colored cardstock as mats behind my photos because they seem to drown with the snow against the light paper. Now, everybody has cardstock. All scrapbookers usually have cardstock in their stash, so that's not part of the kit, and I don't even think it needs to be. Is Aqua Tombow different from the regular Tombow glue? You know what? What is the regular Tombow glue? I'm not sure what that is. Brenda, I'm not sure. You're going to have to tell me what that is. Have you seen this? So I'm not sure what regular Tombow glue is. Okay, so I pre-cut these, and I told you that my pictures are 4 by 5 instead of 4 by 6. And I usually allow about a little more than 1/8 of an inch on each side. So that's just how I like mine. So I cut them that way ahead of time. So I'm going to adhere those to the mats that I pre-cut. Any question? It is green. Does it come in the same container, Brenda? Oh, the green one. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see if I have that. You know what? I had another Tombow, but now I'm just thinking, I don't have it now. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. Green top and blue bottom glue is white. 2 applicators. This one has 2 applicators also. On this end it has a brush. The green one, I wonder if that's the one I used to use. I did have another glue adhesive that I would use that on my mats to make them sticky again, my mats for my machines. I'm not sure if it was the Tombow or not. I don't see it here, so I guess I must not have it anymore. I'm not sure. I'd have to look into that. Okay. Let me just finish matting these. Okay, and I'm even matting just the piece of paper that I cut similar size to my photos. Okay. All right, let me make sure my twine is the setting there. All right, let me make sure. Now, what I do with the rest of the twine, you can cut it off if you want, but I think it frays on the ends. I'm going to cut it a little bit. I'm going to cut it a little bit here, just so that it's not such a long piece. And then I just take some Scotch tape, really, and I tape it to the back. That way I don't have to worry about it fraying if you put it in anything. Okay. I just think it adds a little more interest. Okay, so I matted my photos. Now I want to place them. I want to place them. Now I'm going to really spend time placing them before I adhere them, because this is the part where I get crazed if it's not totally right. You know, I have to have the same amount of space at the top. I like everything even. I'm a little OCD. I see I have a little bigger strip there, and that's driving me crazy, but that's okay. I'm going to just let that go for now. Okay. All right. So I think I have it pretty even. So I'm just going to take one at a time so I can work with the evenness. Is anybody else anal like that? Is anybody else? I'm standing up while I'm scrapbooking. I got rid of my other table, and I finally got a counter height table because I stand up. Because I have to look down and I have to make sure that everything is even. Okay, I don't see anybody else making comments like they're like me, so I guess I'll just be embarrassed. No, that's just the way I am. Okay, here we go. Okay. All right, so far so good. Anybody have any questions? Okay, my other layout had horizontal pictures for anybody who's just tuning in. Scrapbooking Store created the sketch from my layout, and this was the original layout. You see my pictures are horizontal. I matted them in white. I used a heart down here with the strip is down here. This time I took the sketch, I turned it sideways. My pictures are vertical. I'm adhering my everything with my ATG gun, Advanced Tape Glider by Scotch. And I just love this thing. 60-yard rolls are in here. It lasts for a long time. And thanks. I like the colors too, Cheryl. I like the red in this collection, the maroon, because it really makes things pop, especially on this page with all just the navy and the white snow. Okay. Now, what am I going to do for the center? In the center of my original layout, I just took one of the pages that has, there was a page in this kit that had all these things connected, and I call them cut-aparts. I cut them apart, and I chose one, I matted it, and I popped it up. I popped it up, which means I used these pop dots, and I also use what's left over from the pop dots because nobody sees it on the back, so never throw this away. You can still use them, and it adds dimension, though this is sticking up. There's dimension there. So for this center, I cut a piece of cardstock that matches the mats, but I cut this cut apart out. And if you look at your kit, does anybody want to hand cut these little things here? Because I did not. I mean, I can do some fussy cutting where you go in and out, but I never would have gotten those even. So to make it look like a ticket, because it looks like a ticket, guess what I used? I used a hole punch. I put the hole punch in here, and I just cut the little half circles out. And instead of hand cutting it, now it's nice and even and nice and straight. And you've got, if you look around, you have everything you need. Yes, Shannon, definitely do that. You never see those leftovers. You might as well use them. Okay, so I'm going to adhere this. This is going to be my center. This is going to be my center, but I think I'm going to pop it up. So let's use some of those leftovers that I just showed you, okay? Because I use an old scissors. I don't know if anybody else does this, but I have it even marked old, and I have this one marked new. And the reason being that this is my sticky scissors. It's sticky from all these things that I cut. So I'm going to use this on the back. I mean, why not? You're not going to see it. So I'm just going to cut out some of these leftover pop dots. the leftover pieces. Let's see if I have another piece. I actually even have a little cup. I cut them up and I have them in here, the leftover pieces. So I can always grab some and just use them up. And I don't keep little pieces of cardstock paper anymore. I only keep big pieces. But this stuff I definitely use. So, okay. So this is going to be my center. Okay. Now, on my original layout and on the sketch, it shows you, and I'll show you that again. I have the heart and I have the title, This Is Us. Is anybody watching This Is Us? On Tuesday nights, this is the last season. So I use that as my title, This Is Us, just like the TV show. Okay, I'm not using the hearts on this one. I am going to use we got a sticker sheet in this collection. We got this sticker sheet. So, I like this title up here. I'm going to use this instead of where maybe the hearts would be, turning this sideways. And just to save some time, I already put the pop stuff on the other side. Now, this is a little thing, so pop dots don't really work well on small things, and I have these that I got on Amazon. And they're real skinny strips. And you can put a whole bunch of them together, and it's really nice. Yes, everybody's watching This Is Us, yes. Okay, so I put these little skinny pop strips on the back of this, and this is going to be my title. Now, this was a sticker, so you might be saying to me, well, isn't that sticker sticky on the back, and how did you put the pop dots on there, and isn't it sticking to your hands? Well, what I do is, if you want to take a sticker and turn it into a dimensional thing, you take some baby powder, and I usually just tap it down here on my mat, and I rub this through it, and it will instantly make it not a sticker anymore. Okay, there's also a gadget, if you're a gadget person like me. There's this gadget that has baby powder in it. You can turn it, and you can use that if you like gadgets. That has baby powder in it. Okay, so I already made it not a sticker, and then I put the pop tape on it, and I am going to put that. I like to overlap pictures too. I think that's a nice idea, and I'm going to put that right there. And I like these glove stickers, and this is dimensional now. This is popping up a little bit, so I think that I'm going to put these. Should I put them there? Yeah, I think I might put them there. Those gloves. Okay, what else can we do? Maybe we should put something. Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put something down here. If you see in the sketch, there's a little something over here which I did on my main layout. So I took the snow globe. I also used leftover pop dots on it. I print my own pictures. I have a photo printer. If I have to print a lot of pictures, I'll upload them somewhere, but I haven't done that in a long time. So I am going to put that down here. And my grandson in this photo is named Talon. So I used the letters that came with the collection. And I got it all ready here, and I'm going to adhere it to some cardstock just like I did with the photos. And if you notice, I put the date here. At the very minimum on a page, you should put the date. Now, really, you should do journaling. If I don't find a journaling spot on my main page, because years from now you won't remember the story, and there is a story to this last year when he slept over here and we had all this snow, I will adhere some journaling on the back of my layout. I'll just write it and I'll just adhere it to the back if I can't find a spot. I oftentimes will do some hidden journaling that you pull out from a tag, or I'll put journaling. I could have put journaling right here instead of a photo. Why not do a whole journaling, box? That would be an idea for altering this sketch, leaving one empty and doing journaling. Okay, so I'm going to tuck this a little bit down here. Believe me, as much as I think I'm going to remember the dates of these photos, let me just tell you how long this was hanging on my wall, my original layout. I do not know. I do know where a lot of these pictures were taken, and I have to look up the dates. I don't have the dates, and that does upset you many, many years later. So just take it from me. That's my one main suggestion. So I did put the date on here, and I will put some journaling on here afterwards. Now, if you want to leave this layout just as is, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly done, just like the sketch. It looks like the sketch, only it's turned sideways. Okay, it's turned sideways. If you want to look over at your sticker sheet and add some things, I was thinking that maybe I might add oh, I know what I want to do. I really like this was on the sticker. You see how the snowflake is here, but this is relatively bland. So I took this sticker and I put a pop dot on the back of it. And I'm going to put that here just to add a little more interest to the center. But your focus is supposed to be on the photos. You are supposed to just, look at the photos. But look, why are we doing this? Because we like the art of it too. So embellish as much as you want to embellish and keep your focus on the photos too. You can do both. I do put a title on every page I make. I don't know why. I started doing that when I started this in the 1990s, and I do. I mean, there might be one or two that I haven't. Hi, Anita. There might be one or two that I haven't, but I really do. So then I was thinking maybe I might put him here or tuck him under. Or maybe the snowman. You can play around with some of the things. When you use a collection, it's nice because you have everything matching right in front of you. So do I want to put the snowman here? I think he's cute. Maybe I will. Yeah, I think he's cute. Can I put him too? I might be able to even put him too. Or put him on the other side. No, I don't like him on the other side. So I'm going to put him back. All right, so I stuck him there, but he's sticking up, so I need some pop dots underneath him. So you can be finished, or you cannot be finished. Sometimes I look at my layout the next morning, and then I'll add to it, or I'll see what I do like and I don't like, and I'll move something around. But in general, when I'm done, and I don't redo. Kim, I can send you that information because I did find a place online. I ordered that from the refills for the Scotch ATG glider for years, and then they recently closed, and I did find another place to order them from. They recently sent a letter and said that the price was going to be going up, I guess like everything else since the pandemic. I need to make that pop up a little more, so I'm going to put another one underneath there. If your pop dots ever stick out when you're trying to do that, I just take something and just push them underneath. You just push them underneath. I will look back over this live, Kim, and I will send you where I get those refills. And I do think that telling this story is very, very important also, Renee. I'm not great at that. I really dislike my handwriting, and they really tell you should use your own handwriting. But I will type up the story and put it on the back, or I have handwritten the story and put it on the back if I don't have it, on the front. And I've been doing that more years that have gone by, when I realized that, yes, I know that my original layout, I know that this was when we went to the bowling alley, and this was when we went to a wedding, but I have to look up the years. You think you're going to remember? And take it from me, you're not. You're not. Brenda, yes, I'll get that to you too. I'll look over this live again, all the comments and any questions that I did not answer or that need additional answering. I will do that. I promise you that. Okay, does anybody think that maybe this is not done? Because I feel that I'm satisfied with this. Again, here's the sketch. the layout that I made, the sketch was created from the layout that I made originally. I used a winter collection, and I used photos that are not from the winter, and I think that it looks perfectly fine. I used the floral background paper down here, and I did use the snowman here, but he says, "You melt my heart," and my husband does melt my heart, so I thought that was perfectly fine to do that. I made a modern title that has nothing to do with snow. This is us, instead of using the winter, and I think that is something you should challenge yourself to do, to use a collection not the theme that it was sent to you in, unless you have a ton of pictures in that theme, which winter usually is easy, to use. I had no trouble using this collection. This was an Echo Park collection. I love their paper anyway. And so then I took the sketch, for those of you who haven't been here the whole time, and I turned it sideways. And I interpret it. You use it to inspire yourself, use it to interpret the way you want to interpret. And I used one of the titles that was on the sticker page here because he is all bundled up, and believe me, it was freezing that day, but we had a great time, and that's it. So I think I will turn this around once more so I can say goodbye. If I can keep this from falling, I will turn this. Okay, everybody, I'm back for a minute. Thank you for joining in. I will look back over the comments and answer any questions or anything, additional information that you needed. Thanks, Doreen. And thanks for tuning in. And I'm glad we didn't have any problems. I guess when I looked around and knocked on wood, it worked because I was crashing all evening. Okay, thanks for joining in. Give it a try on the Scrapbooking Club site. Post your layouts from the sketch. It does not have to look like the sketch. It can look any way you want it to look, because the way you want it to look is the way it should look. Okay, guys, take care. Have a great night. Thanks again for joining in. See you next time. Bye-bye.